Hello and welcome to Business Excellence Strategy and Training channel. In this channel, we enable world-class business performance. So if you want to be the best in class in your area or sector, then you're in the right place. Now, in this video, we talk about what it means to be described as a world-class entity or world-class business. And this definition can also even be applied to individuals. So we can talk about what it means to be a world-class individual. I'll start by asking you that if you were a fish, that is only assuming that you were a fish, what type of fish would you be relative to your environment? Would you rather be a small fish in a small pond, or a small fish lost in a very large pond? Or would you rather be a big fish in a small pond, almost convulsing and suffocating, struggling to breathe? Or instead, would you be a big fish in a very big pond with the freedom to thrive, prosper, highly productive, with no limits whatsoever to what you can do and achieve? Now, to answer this question, there are probably no wrong answers here, as different people would have the justification for whatever their preference is, vis-a-vis being a small fish or a big fish, or whether they want to be found in a small or big pond. This is true for businesses. So in businesses, if we compared it to the fish analogy as I've just done, there would be small fish and big fish. And what I mean is that there are big businesses and small businesses. So relative to their environments, there are those businesses which are small and they operate as virtually unknown entities in very small localities. Then also there are small fish which live rather dangerously in vast oceans, and this would refer to successful local champions. In a very small area, everybody knows them. They are the go-to business in their sector. Once again, compared to the fish analogy, there will be big fish in small ponds, so big businesses in small localities, known by everyone because it's a small locality. But such businesses, however big they are in their small localities, may not be able to fare too well on the national scale. Now, the ultimate, however, is the large and successful entities which are at home, whether at the national level, the local level, or the international level. And these are the big fish in big ponds. So such businesses would have a global reach and are able to match the performance of the best at the global level. So the question is, would you want to be world class, like the case of the big fish in big ponds, or not? Businesses definitely reserve the right to decide what type of business they want to be and how successful eventually they would want to be, whether they want to be virtual unknowns, local strugglers, local champions, or global icons. However, there is one incontrovertible fact, that is, the bigger the fish, which are found in bigger ponds. In business terms, we're talking about the global leaders who are at home both nationally and internationally. Those businesses are the ones that are able to handle big ticket transactions relative to their sector, and they will significantly improve their bottom line. That is the financial outcomes that all businesses invariably seek. So this is the reason why it pays to be world class and not just a local champion. So there may be a reason why a business would want to be a local champion, but being world-class pays because your financial bottom line would be better. So the question is, what does it mean to be world class? So, world class describes the level of performance where entities, whether organizations or individuals, achieve high scores in every area of practice and performance. Now, whether they are individuals or organizations, they would achieve this level of performance that is similar to the performance of the best in their fields. And this can be relative to both their practices and their results. And these are the entities that we describe as being world class. In the case of businesses, world-class performance is the ability to meet customer requirements better than your competitors. So here, the priority end goal is meeting customer satisfaction requirements and the aspiration to perform better than any known competition. So a world-class organization is one that has competitive production, service capabilities at a global level. World-class companies can therefore be defined as internationally competitive relative to their competitors. They are able to not only meet but also exceed the needs and expectations of their clients using global best practices and a motivated and empowered workforce to deliver environmentally sustainable projects on time, within cost, and with zero defects most of the time. They demonstrate flexibility, high profitability, and productivity, and additionally, they have long-term viability. That is an increasing market share and an excellent safety record to match and exceed the performance of the best organizations globally. So on their own, they are excellent. Compared to the competition, they are great. And their performance matches the performance of the best anywhere in the world. To be able to achieve world-class status, organizations must closely examine their operations, their processes, and their customers. They should consistently and continually compare themselves with the best in class, that is relative to their sector, and they should seek to emulate and surpass the best international companies in their fields and sectors using world-class techniques. Now, Leslie and Malcolm Monroe-Furry, in their book Implementing Total Quality Management, they recommend that if you want to be world-class, then not only are you using world-class techniques, but you are seeking to copy, emulate the practices and also the outputs of the global world-class entities and the best in class in your sector. World-class entities are not merely leaders in their field, but also they are recognized as the best or better than their competitors, and they strive to sustain their status consistently. So they achieve high scores in every area of practice and performance and are the best in their sectors, both in their practices and their results. Now we'll quickly look at some of the features of world-class companies. Amongst the many features that world-class companies would exhibit, we would see the likes of high quality of products, low cost of products. They've got really good delivery time, so they would deliver when they say they want to deliver or they can deliver their results. They have an increasing market share, and they have high profitability and long-term viability. Some of the other features of world-class companies include the fact that they've got high productivity their performance is comparable with the best anywhere in the world. Now, if we want to zero down on some of the main features that I have just mentioned, in particular the first three, high quality, low cost of products, and on-time delivery. These three in particular have been described as the entry point for world-class companies. So any company that seeks to perform at the world-class level must exhibit these three. In addition to these features, continuous improvement has been suggested as being really critical to the attainment of world-class status. So world-class entities have this feature consistently. World-class entities in this case are continually striving to improve in quality, in cost terms, in their lead times, customer service, and their general responsiveness. So the key word here is continuous improvement. Now, to achieve world-class performance, it is required that there has to be a major shift to ensure that change occurs at all levels and there are continuous efforts to improve performance. So it is not a one-off event, but consistently seeking to attain a certain level of excellence and maintain it. Some of the main policy priorities that are pursued by world-class companies include they wanting to develop an effective mission, vision, and values as well as objectives. Now, in these terms, the mission, the vision, the values and objectives should align with the desire to become world-class. Now, secondly, they have to ensure effective communication throughout the organization. They should establish systems to consult widely and encourage equal opportunity. Another priority is to develop multi-skilling through horizontal movements in the organizational structure, and then to create a new role for management towards the pursuit of excellence. Lastly, but not the least, world-class organizations should adopt more organic and incremental approaches to growth to enable them to become the best in their field. So they must grow organically. There is no simple magical one that you can wait to become world-class. It is the outcome of consistent efforts, gradual improvements until you become excellent. Some of the main business drivers which can help drive performance towards world-class standards include productivity, cost, quality, reliability, flexibility, and responsiveness. These are very critical and very effective, crucial drivers that drive performance consistently towards world-class levels. Now, so to conclude, there is strong evidence from research and practice to show that two concepts are mainly responsible for improving performance to world-class levels. So for companies that want to attain world-class performance, the two key concepts that they need to focus on are performance measurement and benchmarking. So consistently measuring performance and then comparing your performance with the leaders in your sector and then copying their practices, or emulating, should I say, their practices, which would eventually lead to comparative outputs. What this means is that any entity that desires to improve their performance should both measure its performance and also benchmark against the best in the field. Performance measurement and benchmarking have been said to be the cornerstones to the effort to attaining world-class performance. In subsequent videos, we will talk more about performance and about benchmarking and how these can enable businesses to become world class. So today we have talked briefly about what it means to be world class. We have talked about some of the possibilities, or the ways that businesses can follow, some of the strategies that businesses can follow to attain world-class performance. And that is about all that time would allow us in this video. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, I will recommend strongly that you subscribe to this channel and share this with your friends. Thank you once again. See you in the next video.